Hello, I'm here today with Richard Greetham, Bradley's director, and we're here to give you a further update on the property market so far in 2019. Hi Richard, could you give us an update from where we were back in January?
Yeah, it's been a very interesting first quarter actually. So we started the year with fewer than normal properties coming to the market, which actually meant that we had a very good start with sales, which surprised us. And I think obviously politically and with what's been going on in the background, that has meant that people have been slower in putting their properties on the market and waiting before they take the plunge as to whether or not to pursue a sale or to move this year. But certainly in April, we've seen a complete change around and we've seen a lot of property coming to the market. Yeah, it's starting to really look like it's going to be quite a busy year.
Okay, so what impact has that had with all this property coming to the market all of a sudden?
I think what it does, it obviously generates a lot of inquiries, but I think it highlights more than ever before that pricing, as is always the case, is absolutely crucial. But in this current market, I think both sellers and buyers have got to be looking at a 5 to 10 year plan. House prices, I think, will remain stable, pricing will remain stable, but actually because there's more properties, there is more choice. So unless you're on at the right price, you may struggle. So I think key pricing and being aware of what's around you and what is for sale is really, really important.
Great, okay. And do you foresee this carrying on throughout the rest of 2019?
I think we're going to see what we call a buyer's market, where there is more properties than normal on the market, and it means that buyers will, effectively buy with their feet. So if you're in a property that's not getting viewings, it will always be the price that will be the reason for that. You just need to be very aware that if you sell slightly cheaper, there are deals out there and you need to look forward and see whether or not you can buy at the same market with the same price.
Right, I see. Now that's the sales side of the industry. What about the letting side? There's an awful lot of changes happening.
Some big changes going on in the letting market, and I think there'll be winners and losers in that, but the reality is that buying an investment property is still a very good thing to do. We can see that going forward, capital growth. We may see some rent rises with the changes, but more so than ever before, it's become very litigious. And you really do need to be with a professional estate agent that is taking letting very seriously, that has got the legislation very much in the forefront of their marketing and how they go about their business.
So essentially, landlords need to be either up to the latest changes in legislation or employ a letting agent to do that for them.
I think, to be honest, right now, if you're looking at letting buying a property to then let out, using a managing agent has become almost essential.
Right.
There are so many laws out there now you can fall foul of, and you need to be updated with them. So I think it is. We're going to see a change in the marketplace. We may even see some rent rises, which is good for a landlord. Maybe not so good for people in rented, but I think that is the changes that are upon us, and that could well be the effect.
Right. And then finally, we took our properties to London. How did you get on at the XL Centre?
Yeah, we go to London, the Home Buyer Show in the XL in the centre of London every year, and this year more than ever before, mainly because London is really flatlining, in some places falling. Traditional investors are looking for new markets, and the West Country is a very stable market and offers many different types of investing, either holiday letting, student letting, or gambling on whether a market town is going to increase or a seaside town. So we offer a whole host of different types of vehicles for people to invest in, and we were really, really busy actually with a lot of potential, and actually people coming from abroad as well. So it was a very, very interesting show.
Fantastic news, well done. That's our update for this time around. We'll look forward to keeping you posted throughout 2019 with all the latest events in the property market.